Hi everyone, welcome back to another Plan With Me video. My name is Diana. I have been a freelance artist when I started this channel, but things are gonna change once September hits, and this video will reflect that, so let's get into it. I just got a brand new set of acrylic markers from my trip to China, and this set's got brush tips and the coverage is excellent. I'm super excited to use it. My first page is dedicated to my Term 1 schedule and overall goals. Yes, you guessed it, I'm going back to school. I enrolled in a full-time education program and I will document all of that in my journal. So if you're interested in my journey, be sure to subscribe. I usually am the type of bullet journalist who eyeballs everything, but this page is kind of tricky. There are way too many boxes and there are different sizes too. So I did a quick sketch laying out the hours of the day in a way to get the maximum writing space for my class blocks. I'm still very new to the school system and schedule, so I need every inch of space to see what class is coming up and when is it happening. I'm color-coding my classes into 3 categories. Pink is for teaching subject-specific classes, purple is for school visits, and yellow is for everything else. Because I want this page to stand out in terms of style, I already used many colors like I always do in my bullet journal spreads. I decided to use black and white for my titles to make it pop amongst all the colorful pages. After completing the timetable, I felt the color blocks are lacking something. I put brackets on the edges to define them a bit more, and just use the same style for the boxes down below. And we're finally starting the September title page. I really thought hard about the theme I should do for this month. A back-to-school one with plenty of stationery, or one tributing to my favorite movie of the year, or more of a fall vibes one to echo the change of seasons. But in the end, I decided to put my pattern/doodle boxes that I set up in the beginning of this journal to use. I went back and picked a few of my favorites from the pink page and set them to work here. And while we're on this topic, I have to recommend you to start something like this too. Whether it's dedicating a whole journal to sketching your creative ideas or just a few pages at the start of your journal, having something that you can refer back to when you're running out of ideas is super helpful when designing your bullet journal spreads. The right half of the page is something called a line a day that I came up with. Okay, I'm sure I'm not the first person who came up with this, but still. My inspiration for this page is the gratitudes page. I used to have monthly goals and gratitudes right next to my title, but I found out that I tend to have too much for goals and too little for gratitudes. And by leaving the gratitudes page so blank, I feel pressure to feel grateful. It's too forced. I would rather have a space to jot down some memories each day, whether they're happy memories or sad memories, or moments I'm feeling grateful, or just stuff I ate that day. This format puts less pressure on myself so I don't have to feel grateful when I'm not. This page also serves as a reminder when I do my journals. When I don't have the time to journal every day, or when nothing really happens one day to fill an entire spread, I combine 2 to 3 days worth of stuff in one spread. But sometimes I forget what happened 2 to 3 days ago. This page helps to remind myself of the most memorable thing happened that day. Next, we're on to the calendars page. My bullet journal layout almost never changes once I figured out the layout that best suits my needs. I have to have a huge calendar page because I write all of my events here. Most of the times, my life isn't super eventful, but I always like to have a gigantic overview of my month whenever possible. I've been obsessed with boxes, so naturally I boxed everything off. I'm also decorating the margins with some stickers that I made. I use all my misprints and test prints so nothing goes to waste. Staying true to the theme of this month, boxes, I turned each letter of my budget planner and monthly goals into a tile. Wait, I remember why I'm so obsessed with boxes now. I went to Lisbon last month and fell in love with the beautiful tiles around the city. And of course, boxes to divide the blank page. 2 for the budget page, 1 for income and 1 for expenses. 3 for the goals page, 1 for YouTube, 1 for my Etsy shop, and the large one for everything else. Then we're on to the weekly spreads. I love having a mini calendar on my weekly spreads so I can get a sense of where I am in the month. This calendar is way too tiny to actually record anything, but it serves its purpose beautifully. Last but not the least, I made a dedicated YouTube planner which I will use to plan out my monthly videos and to keep a record of any video ideas I have on my channel. I should have put it in the beginning along with my term schedule because this is meant for the rest of 2025, but I forgot. This is the sign for you to plan your pages better before you start coloring. Or just used a binder-like journal so you can add or subtract pages whenever and wherever you like. I personally hate having rings in the middle of my journal, so I have to live with this current format. And that is done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope my spreads give you some inspiration for your September layout. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you found this video helpful. Thank you so much and see you soon. Bye!